Good evening, Belize, and welcome to XTV's news broadcast for Monday, August 10, 2026. Making the headlines tonight, social partners and independent media remain opposed to telecom's monopoly. Communications Union says 84% of members don't support smart acquisition. Third Belize City motorcycle accident victim succumbs, and Rigo Vales defeats newcomer Shahari Rogers in PUP Corozal convention. We take our first break and return with the news in detail.
When I install an AC system, I recommend Ream from Benny's. Unlike inferior units that drive up electricity costs, restrict yard flow, and wear out quickly, Ream has the right solution for every space. With a wide range of options, I can choose the right Ream system to keep every customer cool, comfortable, and satisfied. Because at Benny's, quality is saving.
Best for you and best for me. At Benny's, it's the quality. Benny's, quality and savings.
Belize wakes up connected to opportunity. And across our country, the work to keep Belize connected continues. SMART continues expanding our network across the country, bringing stronger coverage to more communities. With recent service enhancements in areas at Blue Creek and Progresso, Belize City, Orange Walk, and more on the way. We're bringing education closer to home, empowering entrepreneurs to grow their businesses, supporting industries that drive our economy, and keeping families connected wherever life takes them. With every expansion, we are investing in the infrastructure that moves Belize forward. Because connection isn't just about signal, it's about opportunity, progress, and the future we are building together. SMART, bringing people together.
People don't travel with cash anymore. People would stop and they want to do a coffee tour, they want to buy coffee, but people don't have cash with them. Online banking facilitated a lot of what we do. I don't have to run to town and I have to use fuel and other expenses. Atlantic Bank actually approached us. They facilitated us with a bank account, which is something that we didn't have in hand, and then with a POS machine. I sit and sip my good cup of coffee and do payments.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
If you're looking for the perfect home air conditioner, then listen up. First, choose the right tonnage. Correct sizing means perfect cooling and much lower electricity bills. Now, look for efficiency. GREE uses AI-driven performance to optimize cooling and fight high energy costs. Lastly, don't just cool your air. Clean it. Demand health-focused air treatment and smart connected features. Get the global leader in smart home comfort. Contact us today to find your perfect GREE AC.
We are modernizing assessment through the National Student Assessment System, strengthening teacher professional development in digital pedagogy and STEAM education, and also advancing reforms in technical and vocational education and training so that more young people develop the practical skills required for emerging industries.
I was amazed how these girls were working together because many of them didn't know each other at no point. And through this 2 weeks program, they managed to create these strong bonds, and they came up with problems that they were identifying out in the community, right? Problems with the environment, problems with climate change. It was such a wonderful experience, with seeing how these girls can take such simple tasks to great heights.
On the first day, I fell in love with the robots and stuff we were making, like wind turbines, and that really caught my attention. So I think when I go into third form, I would go in the science instead of the business, because I really wanted to take business, but now I think of it, I really want to go into science now because it's so fun.
We wanted to spark that interest and motivation in girls so that they're able to go into STEAM careers, and they're able to then jump into various aspects of or what we call skill pathways. So the goal beyond this festival is for us to then build a nice network, a support network, a commitment network, so that the stakeholders who were willing to be with us can continue that journey with the girls.
Welcome back with your news. I am Drea Espinosa. Social partner senators, representatives of the independent media, and social partner organizations met this afternoon in Belize City to present a unified front against a telecoms monopoly as Belize Telemedia Limited moves to acquire SpeedNet Smart. The logistics for today's meeting were being worked out since last week. Speaking after the meeting were Church Senator Louis Wade, Channel 7's news director Jules Vasquez, and XTV's Evan Mose Hyde.
We stand on the same ground to lose, just like other Belizeans, if this amalgamation moves forward. With the switching of technology, there was a time when the powers that be would have to either turn off your transmitter or revoke your license. But the way things work now with IP addresses, etc., they could damage the media output without us even knowing. The world has changed. It doesn't make sense that our constitution gives us freedom of conscience, but constantly we are fighting for freedom of expression and freedom of speech. These things go together. It's like you could think it, but you can't talk it. I think we in the media represent various perspectives, and we really should have that right to continue to have these individual perspectives.
Historically and institutionally, CREM and Channel 7 in particular, both started their operation, Channel 7 in 1981, CREM in 1989, against a situation of state censorship. So when Channel 7 started in 1981, George Price, then Prime Minister, Premier into Prime Minister, said that the state reserves all right for such broadcasts. When CREM started in 1989, it was the then UDP administration who did not want to license anybody other than Radio Belize. So I'm saying that our DNA for our organizations is grounded, is rooted in a resistance to oppressive situations where there is not a plurality of opinion being shared. And I think that any state-controlled monopoly poses a danger to free media. Any fettering of the free media poses a danger to a democracy's functioning. And once that happens, all hell can break loose. And for us to move back to a monopoly with the sanction of the state-controlled directors is a very chilling event, and I hope that the PUC acts in the national interest and according to the law and intervenes to stop this madness that just continues without the regulator saying anything. The regulator has afterthought. It's an embarrassment to the PUC. And I hope that the directors appointed by the Prime Minister will have some shame and take up their duty.
No change. Still the same. We oppose. He'll have the lived experience of seeing where absolute power in control of a monopoly. Because if we say monopoly, they're not the complete facts, you know. That one monopoly in the hands of absolute power. The government have the control. And we experience certain punitive measures because of positions we have taken. You're vulnerable, especially now, more so than ever. The importance of the technology to the kind of work what we do and how we reach our audiences and how content is distributed. We just really, and it's not just the only aspect of it, it's the leading aspect of it. It is unacceptable.
The Belize Communications Workers Union, BCWU, has effectively reversed its support for the BTL intended acquisition of SpeedNet Smart, with 84% of membership not supporting the deal as currently proposed. The union explains that since January it has repeatedly asked BTL for clarity on job security, costs, governance, regulatory issues, media freedom, and how Smart employees would be integrated. After a virtual town hall BTL held with employees to present on the proposed acquisition, a majority of union members supported the acquisition, quote, on the express understanding that the concerns previously raised by the BCWU, including those outlined above, would be properly addressed, end quote. The union says they continued engagement with BTL's management to safeguard workers' interests, and then came the pause announced in February for more consultation. Since then, the union says some concerns remain unaddressed, and subsequently, they learned through the media that BTL's board was voting on the acquisition on August 4. 2 days later, the BCWU membership in an emergency meeting voted to reverse its position on the acquisition. The union says it will now align itself with the NTUCB to determine the way forward on the issue of national importance. 3 men died in a collision between 2 motorcycles on Mahogany Street in Belize City after midnight on Sunday. A group of friends from a motorcycle club was heading in the same direction when Alan Arnold collided head-on with another motorcyclist, 28-year-old Darwin Monroy, who was traveling in the opposite direction. Monroy was traveling with a passenger, 22-year-old Theodore Suazo Jr. Arnold and Monroy were pronounced dead shortly after at the hospital. Suazo succumbed to his injuries on Sunday afternoon. Today, ASP Stacy Smith said only 1 helmet was recovered at the scene. The Department of the Environment Friday evening, in a first update on the Belize River fish kill stretching 17.5 miles from Isabella Bank to Grace Bank, informed that the cause remains unidentified. Thus far, the DOE has conducted visual observations and water quality assessments from Banana Bank upstream of Santander Sugar through to Burrell Boom Bridge. It is also assessing discharge points and activity near the river. The DOE's preliminary tests show multiple conditions that can harm aquatic life, including extremely low levels of dissolved oxygen in affected areas, elevated conductivity, chlorophyll A, and turbidity. Samples have been sent for laboratory analysis to help pinpoint the cause. The DOE has also collected water samples from the Santander Farms drainage system and downstream sites for chemical testing, while fish and sediment samples are being analyzed for possible contaminants. Satellite imagery is also being reviewed to track changes in water conditions and land clearing activities that may have contributed to the event. At this stage, the department says no responsible party has been identified. The investigation continues, and the DOE says conclusions will depend on laboratory results and the full body of scientific evidence. The DOE's precautionary advisory issued August 5 remains in effect. The public is urged not to consume fish or use untreated river water for drinking, cooking, or livestock and pets until further notice. The advisory applies only to untreated river water and does not affect potable water supplied by Belize Water Services Limited. Incumbent Corozal Mayor Rigo Veos on Sunday defeated newcomer Shahari Rogers in an open convention and will represent the People's United Party for a fourth consecutive municipal election. 3,425 voters turned out for the convention. Corozal Bay Area Rep Tea Garcia Ramirez, who managed two of Veos' previous campaigns, had described both candidates as strong contenders earlier this year. She called Veos a formidable incumbent, but also praised Rogers as a solid candidate who had done a lot of work for the community in recent years and welcomed her entry as another woman candidate. Rogers managed to attract one of the incumbent councillor candidates to her slate, but at the end of the count, Veos and his full slate, including the newly added councillor candidate, won. Veos received 1,799 votes to Rogers' 1,175. Veos became emotional while speaking to the media after the victory, saying the convention was unnecessary and that his team had been tested like never before.
Hard one, hard battle. Sometimes it gets tested to the extreme. And this was one time we were taken to the extreme. But I want to thank my supporters. I want to big up Mr. Harris' team. We went into a convention that was not necessary. And I hope that after this you can join me and my team to work together. You know, it's time for us to rebuild our own party. And as young leaders, people expect that from us. I am happy, a bit emotional, but it all comes with victory. So I am very comfortable. And I want to thank God. Thank you guys for keeping the people informed of what was happening today. And as a La Victoria, we will see one another in March. We want to be successful on our goals. We want to deliver for our party and ensure that Corozal moves forward positively.
Are you and your team prepared to work with Team Rogers and her crew?
Definitely. People expect young leaders to work together, and that's what we want to do. I've never closed my doors to any PUP, no matter who you are, and that will remain as open as possible. You know, we should work together. We had one goal. People decided whose goals they foresee and prefer. So congratulations to them also.
Your message to those area reps from Corozal Town?
That we need to work together. We need to work extremely together. If we're serious about moving Corozal forward, we have to stick together. We have to have one another's back. We have to have the same vision and goal. Our people depend on us. That's why people elected town council, PUP town council, of course, PUP area reps. You know, so my doors are open. Like I said, I hold no grudge. It was a convention that was not needed, but I am happy, and I want to invite all of them to work with me and my town councils. Earlier, the bigger the margin of voters coming out, it will favor us, because I know people wanted to send a message for those who needed to hear the message, and it was loud and clear today.
Meanwhile, in Dangriga, the United Democratic Party also held a municipal convention to decide its slate for the next elections in March 2027. Vying for mayoral candidate were Dwayne Sampson and Crystalline Castillo. Both also presented full councillor candidate slates. The voter turnout was 877. Dwayne Sampson secured the win. Another UDP municipal convention to select a mayoral candidate was held in Benque Viejo. The contenders were Yusef Guerra and Danette Lee Mendez. There were 533 voters. Guerra emerged victorious with 405 votes, while Mendez received 119. Senator Patrick Faber officiated the swearing-in Benque. Chairlady Sheena Pitt spoke about the higher turnout for the convention in that municipality, while party leader Honorable Tracy Panton said they are ready to win in the municipals and generals.
Elected mayor,
I will faithfully serve all residents
I will faithfully serve all residents
of our municipality,
protect the public trust,
and work tirelessly
for
the progress of our community. I make this pledge freely
I make this pledge freely
and with full commitment to the United Democratic Party and to Belize. One team, one party, one purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the United Democratic Party slate for the next municipal elections, March 2027. The team that will bring victory back to Benque Viejo. The team that will be counted among the numbers. The team that will signify, along with the rest of the country, that the next government of our country will be a United Democratic Party government.
I hope you realize you are a part of the history. That's why people say that Sanfriga has no voter turnout in convention. This is an indication that when your numbers are under 400, today's convention saw your numbers at over 800, 877. Ladies and gentlemen, you are a part of the history of the momentum that is showing that UDP ready, that Griga ready, that damn Griga came out to select the slate in a fair and democratic way. Once again, your mayor in waiting, Mr. Sampson. The town council slate is ready. And we will win in March of 2027. And when we have sent home the PUP in the municipal elections, we're heading to the general elections. And we are going to win in Zanbriga.
After the break, company's registry hacked. Stay with us.
Every great job starts at Brothers Habet with the best supplies and the right support, including free delivery on site, so you can focus on the job. Brothers Habet, working with contractors since 1983.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying help you right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
Belize is growing, and as our nation grows, so does the demand for electricity and new energy solutions. more homes, more businesses, more opportunities. BEL continues to strengthen the system that supports this growth, reinforcing infrastructure and solidifying capacity, preparing for what's ahead, ensuring reliable service for homes, for businesses, and for communities across Belize. Keeping the lights on every single day. Belize Electricity Limited, prepared for growth, prepared for Belize.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Back to school tax-free days are here again. Saturday, August 15 and 29th. The Belize Tax Service is pleased to inform all consumers that general sales tax, GST, will once again be waived on eligible school supplies. In addition to the existing exempt zero-rated items, the government has approved the following school supplies to be GST-free for the designated period. The approved items are as follows: exempt zero-rated notebooks, textbooks and workbooks, school bags, pencils, crayons, lead pencils, erasers, and pencil case. Taxable items that are tax-free for the approved days: pens, uniform material, ready-made uniforms, binders and folders, highlighters, markers, pencil sharpeners, calculators, regular and scientific, scissors, folder pages, graph paper, typing sheets, rulers, Bristol board, correction fluid or whiteout, eligible footwear, black school shoes and black tennis shoes, tapes, brown paper book covers and craft paper, newsprint or shop paper, liquid soap, glue, geometry sets, lunch kits and boxes, socks, hand sanitizer and toilet paper. Remember, check your receipts after purchase. To ensure GST is not incorrectly applied, report any abuse or non-compliance by calling 613-2773, 613-8375, 614-5731, or 613-2840. For any further assistance or information, please visit or contact any Belize Tax Service office countrywide. Our team is ready to assist you.
Hello Belize, if you're looking for the perfect home air conditioner, then listen up. First, choose the right tonnage. Correct sizing means perfect cooling and much lower electricity bills. Now, look for efficiency. GREE uses AI-driven performance to optimize cooling and fight high energy costs. Lastly, don't just cool your air. Clean it. Demand health-focused air treatment and smart connected features. Get the global leader in smart home comfort. Contact us today to find your perfect GREE AC.
So it started off like any other summer day in Belize. I decided to go down to Builders Hardware since I heard they had 25% off on summer outdoor products. I got a couple of items, a chair, a grill, a cooler, and I got carried away, but the prices were so good. But anyways, I might have gotten comfortable, maybe too comfortable. Then I saw the news, man, the hurricane season was not playing with me. But thank God Builders also had 25% off hurricane preparedness items as well. Flashlights, batteries, sealant, first aid kits, everything I need. And guess what? My grill survived.
We are modernizing assessment through the National Student Assessment System, strengthening teacher professional development in digital pedagogy and STEAM education, and also advancing reforms in technical and vocational education and training so that more young people develop the practical skills required for emerging industries.
I was amazed how these girls were working together because many of them didn't know each other at no point. And through this 2 weeks program, they managed to create these strong bonds. And, they came up with problems that they were identifying out in the community, right? Problems with the environment, problems with climate change. It was such a wonderful experience, with seeing how these girls can take such simple tasks to great heights.
On the first day, I fell in love with the robots and stuff we were making, like wind turbines, and that really caught my attention. So I think when I go into third form, I would go in the science instead of the business because I really wanted to take business, but now I think of it, I really want to go into science now because it's so fun.
We wanted to spark that interest and motivation in girls so that they're able to go into STEAM careers and they're able to then jump into various aspects of or what we call skill pathways. So the goal beyond this festival is for us to then build a nice network, a support network, a commitment network, so that the stakeholders who were willing to be with us can continue that journey with the girls.
The Belize Companies and Corporate Affairs Registry's online business registry system, OBRS, was hacked. Unauthorized access was detected on August 4 during routine maintenance. The system was taken offline August 5 to prevent further intrusion. No evidence was found that the core registry database or official records were altered, deleted, or compromised. However, some application documents containing non-public information was viewed or downloaded. An external cybersecurity specialist was brought in to address the breach, and additional security measures have been put in place. According to the registry, credit card data is not stored in the OBRS and was therefore not affected. The registry today announced that the online service has been restored and notified that documents that were downloaded have been marked for affected users to identify them. These can be viewed under the attachments section of the relevant application or register record. Each marked document now has a solid warning icon. Affected users are being asked to visit the frequently asked questions and the cybersecurity incident update page for the latest guidance. The Office of the Contractor General has issued a circular reminding ministries and departments that open tendering must remain the standard procurement method in the public service and that selective or limited tendering should only be used when properly justified under the Finance and Audit Reform Act 2020. The circular dated July 23, 2026 and signed by Contractor General Maria Arthurs notes an increase in the use of selective and limited tendering procedures and warns that submissions lacking proper justifications will be returned. The Contractor General emphasized that every request using either procedure must include a written justification identifying the relevant section of the Act, explaining how the procurement meets that provision and providing supporting documents. A general statement that a procurement is urgent or needs to be expedited will not be accepted. Under Section 20, selective tendering is allowed only when a sufficient number of qualified suppliers are invited to ensure competition. Ministries must list the names of invited suppliers, confirm that each meets minimum requirements, and explain how fairness and non-discrimination were maintained. Section 21 outlines the limited tendering procedure, which may only be used in specific circumstances, such as when now valid tenders were received under open or selective tendering, when technical or exclusive rights apply, or in cases of extreme urgency, national security, or emergencies. The circular warns that day-to-day operational needs cannot be used as a blanket reason for limited tendering. Authors also urged ministries to improve procurement planning, noting that many requests for selective or limited tendering arise from poor scheduling. She said ministries should begin procurement early enough to allow time for approvals, evaluations, and contract execution, and that delays within a ministry do not justify bypassing open tendering. The government of Belize has lost an appeal regarding its decision to cancel a transfer of land totaling 2,000 acres in the Duck Run area of the Cayo district. The land was transferred by the government to Fowler Works Enterprises in August 2020, just a few months before the November 2020 general elections. The full purchase price of $300,000 was paid on October 22, 2020. When the new administration took office, the decision was taken not to issue title for the land, citing that approval for the sale had not been taken to the National Assembly as required in a case of national lands above 500 acres. The company was represented by Senior Counsel Dean Barrow, and Justice Genevieve Chabot ruled in January 2024 that there was no breach in the sale agreements and they remained valid. She noted that if there was any unlawful action, it was on the part of the government. The decision was delivered Friday by the Chief Justice. The case must now go back to the High Court for an assessment of damages. The government has been ordered to pay the company's costs for the appeal. In police news, following a post-mortem examination conducted on the body of 32-year-old Samuel Elston Chi, the official cause of death has been certified as asphyxia due to drowning, pending toxicology results. Police are continuing their investigation as they await the final toxicology report to conclude the matter. Chi's body was discovered by the Belize Coast Guard on Tuesday. Chi and Albert Vaccaro went missing on Sunday after both men set out from Vista Del Mar to Key Cocker but never arrived. On Monday, Vaccaro was found safe. Today, ASP Stacey Smith stated there is no report in the post-mortem examination suggesting Chi was physically harmed. Over the weekend, 2 video clips of a brawl purportedly occurring in Siltgrass Stann Creek began circulating on social media. In one of the clips, a group of men was seen attacking one woman. Today, ASP Stacey Smith confirmed the 2 incidents and said police have since made arrests. She said that police are looking into an increase in police presence in the village. After the break, Leonora Flowers re-elected CWU president. Stay tuned.
Smart for everybody. Smart leading everything. Smart give you everything. Smart offer everything. Smart give you everything. North to the east and the south and the west. Smart are the best, darling. Double up my data and give me all the text. In fact, give me a plan for my family. Unlimited calls, so me like it. And Smart make everybody feel happy. Bringing people together, me want it now. Smart got love for everybody. Me want my Smart plan, want it right now. Me want my Smart plan, want it right now. More bundles, data plan. Me want my smartphone, internet in my hand. Call me want my Smart plan, want it right now. Smart. Stay connected, stay happy.
Need a fresh new kitchen, flip that switch ignition. GE appliances shine. Every knob, every line, all align and turn the shower on. Feel gold, colder in the chrome. So bold from the tiles to the tiny screws. We've got the wow you choose. All in one place, Design Depot. Everything you need for the life you want. Let's go! From the floor to the paint to the patio glow. Build it up, light it up. Watch your dream home grow. All in one place. All in one place. All in one place. All in one place. All in one place.
Design Depot, all in one place.
People don't travel with cash anymore. People would stop and they want to do a coffee tour, they want to buy coffee, but people don't have cash with them. Online banking facilitated a lot of what we do. I don't have to run to town and I have to use fuel and other expenses. Atlantic Bank actually approached us. They facilitated us with a bank account, which is something that we didn't have in hand, and then with a POS machine. I sit and sip my good cup of coffee and do payments.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
As a plumber for 25 years, I believe in quality, and that's why I shop for all my plumbing supplies at Benny's. Cheaper PVC pipes and fittings may save a little today, but leaks can cost much more tomorrow. And that's why I shop at Benny's, because quality is savings.
Quality is savings at Benny's. Best for you and best for me. At Benny's, it's the quality. Benny's, quality and savings.
Police have charged 26-year-old Elvis Williams of Belize City with abetment to commit aggravated assault in connection with a shooting incident on Saturday night. The incident occurred in the Fabers Road area of Belize City around 7 that night. ASP Stacy Smith provided more details. Leonora Flowers has been returned as president of the Christian Workers Union for another 3-year term. Flowers was re-elected unopposed during the union's annual general meeting held at the union secretariat. Labor Senator Glenfield Dennison served as guest speaker, addressing members under the AGM's theme, Faithful Stewards in a Season of Transformation. He reminded workers that many of the benefits they enjoy today were won through decades of struggle by earlier generations of union members. Using the history of stevedores as an example, Dennison urged members to continue striving regardless of immediate outcomes, telling them that stewardship is measured not by what the union owes them, but by what they contribute to it. Elections were overseen by Shane Rana of the Public Service Union. Jaime Miranda was elected to fill the only other vacant post of trustee. He garnered 238 votes, defeating Winfield Dennison, who received 28. The Sunday Express, the national newspaper of Trinidad and Tobago, has exposed that 5 of the 6 sitting judges of the Caribbean Court of Justice have accused President Winston Anderson of unauthorized leadership. The article states that judges complained about, quote, creeping patterns of anti-democratic approaches, end quote. It started with a June 22, 2026 email from Justice Anderson proposing a judicial dress code. Judges said they were seeing it for the first time and insisted it should not be sent to the Regional Judicial Legal Service Commission without internal discussion first. But the disagreement quickly expanded into broader allegations about Anderson's leadership style. The judges also accused him of panel fixing, that is, influencing which judges hear which cases, as well as attempts to influence case outcomes. 2 Belize cases were mentioned, one being the Jeremy Enriquez matter and the other the Anwar Barrow case involving an interpretation of the Treaty of Chaguaramas. Vashti Thompson from Belmopan was crowned Miss Earth Belize 2026 on Saturday night at the Belize City Civic Center. She competed for the title alongside Gwendolyn Galvez, Kendall Morgan, and Heavenly Bradley. The Miss Earth pageant is one of the world's 4 major international beauty competitions and emphasizes environmental awareness and stewardship, leadership, and community service. Thompson described the journey to the crown as challenging, saying it pushed her to her limits, but ultimately made her stronger. She said she is excited to use the platform to promote environmental education among Belizean youth. And Gilbert Winston Ellis, affectionately known as Mr. Bertie, has died at the age of 109, just over a month shy of his 110th birthday. He was the country's longest living Belizean. He had been experiencing health complications for some time. Despite his age, Mr. Bertie remained exuberant in his final days and was still able to move around. He was the father of 19 children. His eldest son is in his 80s. Mr. Bertie is remembered as one of Belize's most remarkable athletes, being a well-known batter and cricket bowler who became the captain of the Rovers cricket team in 1938. He also served as the first president of the Amateur Boxing Association and captained a domino team. He remained active in sports at the management and administrative levels throughout his life. He was born in September 1916. And with that, we've come to the end of our newscast. The repeat can be viewed on this station later tonight at 9 and again tomorrow at midday. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of the news. And remember, you can always catch up with the day's top stories on our YouTube channel and Facebook page under XTV Belize. And you can watch the evening news live on our XTV BHNI app. I am Drea Espinosa. Have a safe and enjoyable evening.